Hi friends, welcome back. My name is Brittany. Today we are going to be doing Vinyasa Vitality for hips. This flow will be a little bit faster, a little bit more strenuous. Just get the blood pumping, things flowing through our body, the energy flowing through all our chakras. We're just going to need our mat, possibly a block today, and yourself. So let's get started. Today we're going to start in child's pose. Send your knees out wide on your mat and press your hands into the mat. Slide forward, place your forehead on the mat. Deeply breathe into the lungs, belly and chest. And exhale it all out. Just really getting grounded here in this moment, in this present space, focusing on your body and breath. Breathing into the belly and chest, and exhaling all that air out. We're going to do this one more time. Fully in and release all that air out. From here, tuck your toes. Press your hips back into downward facing dog. Now adjust your hips here, adjust your hands, pressing your hip bones up towards the ceiling and pressing the ground away from you. We're going to take some deep breaths here. This is our first down dog of the day. Maybe pedal your feet a little bit, being gentle with those calf muscles as they begin to warm up and the hamstrings. We're going to take one more breath in and exhale. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. This is our first forward fold. We're going to spend a moment here, allowing our body to release, waking up those hamstrings, release the neck. Allow everything to relax here. Halfway lift, flat back, forward fold, exhale. And on our inhale, rise up. Mountain pose, baby back bend, forward fold, exhale, halfway lift, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Once again, inhale, rise up, baby back bend, exhale, forward fold, halfway lift, inhale, flat back, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and exhale, forward fold. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lift up, reach up, baby back bend, forward fold, exhale, halfway lift, inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades, and exhale, forward fold. We're combining breath and movement here. Inhale, reach up, exhale, forward fold, halfway lift, and we're going to take our high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. If that is too much for you, we can always come to tabletop, low plank, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. So you have options here. If that seems a little too much for you, just go into tabletop and upward facing dog from there. All right, from here we're going to step to the top of our mat, halfway lift, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low plank or tabletop. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. Inhale. Press the left foot into the mat, bringing that right knee to a bend, right over the top of your ankle. Take a few deep breaths here. Open your arms to warrior two. Strong arms, squeezing your shoulder blades together, leaving the bend in the right knee, and pressing that left foot into the mat. From here, we'll take reverse warrior. Press the left hand into that left leg and stretch through that right side body up to the sky. One more breath here. And exhale, extended side angle. This is where we might want our block. On the inside of that right foot, press your palm into the block and open that left arm straight up. Keeping the bend in that right knee. Remembering to breathe here. We're opening, creating space in our body, waking up all the muscles and cells, joints, tissues. One more breath here. And exhale, bring your hands to the mat. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here. This is our moment to rebalance, ground as we go into the left side. One more breath. Exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step or jump to the top of your mat, halfway lift, forward fold. Mountain pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, squeeze your shoulder blades. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Press those toes into the mat and downward facing dog. Press your hips high. Adjust your feet. Breath in, breath out. One more just like that. Exhale. Left foot steps to the top of your mat, warrior one on the left side. Make sure that your left knee is above your left ankle, pressing the right knife edge of your foot into the mat. Squaring your shoulders to the front of the room and creating strong arms, strong hands, strong body here. I'm going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Remembering the breath is an important part of this practice. It's just as important as the movement. We're combining breath and body. Last breath. Warrior two. Open your arms straight out, creating a strong warrior. Strong arms, strong legs. You might be feeling a burn in your left quad, and that is okay. That means that this medicine is working for our bodies. Reverse warrior, left palm comes to the ceiling. Stretching through that left side body while the right hand comes to the right leg. One more breath here. And exhale, extended side angle. Again, you can use your block here inside of the left foot, pressing your hand into the block and opening, creating space in those shoulders, in that upper body. Strong legs and strong arms. We'll take one more breath here. And exhale, hands to the mat, high-low plank, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Take a moment here for your breath. Maybe close your eyes for a moment. Breathe into the space. Last breath in before we move. Exhale. Lift your toes. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot is going to come to the top of your mat. Crescent lunge. We're going to stay on the ball mounds of that back foot. Squaring our hips to the front of the room. Stacking our right knee over our right ankle. And bring your gaze to the ceiling. Want to really feel that stretch through that left hip joint, through that left psoas. And if this feels good here, go ahead and lean to the left, to the right of your body, stretching through that left side. Just creating even more space in that body. And come back to center. From here, we're going to take triangle posture. So your back foot is going to stay at 90 degrees. Your front foot is going to stay facing the front of your mat. You're going to create a straight line with this front leg and fold to the front. This would be a good spot for a block in the front here, just to give you more stability and more space to open, stretching through that right hamstring. You should also feel it in this left side body, creating space. It's giving yourself a little bit of love. One more breath. And from here, going to turn our feet facing the wall. Fold from the hips for a wide-legged forward fold. You can use your block here for stability. Point the toes in a little bit, creating more of a stretch through your hamstrings. And when you're ready, fold forward. It's allowing your body to open, create space. Maybe find a little bit of movement here, stretching to the right and stretching to the left. Find what feels good for your body. We'll take one more breath. And exhale. Pyramid on the right side. Right foot comes to 12 o'clock. The left foot comes about halfway up your mat and facing out. You're going to fold from the hips, using your block for support. Feeling that stretch through that right thigh bone and calf muscle. Releasing the neck. And maybe if your practice allows, you can lower the block a little bit, or maybe just get rid of the block altogether. This is your practice and your body, and it's important to listen to what your body is saying, what your body is telling you, and where you are at. Everyone's practice is a little bit different. I like to give you a few tools, that way you have options. You can choose what feels best for you. Last breath here before we move. And exhale. Release your block. Hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Now we're going to take it to the left side. Left foot comes forward, crescent lunge on the left. You're going to stay on the ball mound of that right foot, creating a 90-degree angle in your left knee. Knee is stacked over your left ankle. Your hips square to the wall in front of you. Arms straight up, strong arms, strong legs, creating space in this right hip flexor. And if this feels good here, you can begin to bend over to that left side, creating more space in that right side body. And when you're ready, come back to center. One more breath. And exhale. We're going to come to our triangle pose. Your back foot is going to stay at 90 degrees while your front foot faces 12 o'clock. Left leg is going to stay straight. Again, block here will be helpful to create some space and stability as we move into this triangle posture. In this posture, we are creating space in our right side body as we create space in the left hamstring, hip, and calf. So it's a 2-for-1 posture. We like those. And one more breath here. And exhale. Come up. Turn your toes to face the edge of your mat. Fold from the hips for a wide-legged forward fold. Now you know where your body feels good here. Maybe you bring your feet a little closer together and fold. Maybe you bring them further out and fold. Find what feels good for you. You can grab your ankles here. Bring your head to your block. One more breath. And release. We're going to take our pyramid pose on the left. So our left foot comes to 12 o'clock. Our right foot is going to come about halfway up the mat and face pointing out. Folding from the hips, using our block here for support, allowing the neck to release. Feeling that stretch all the way up this left side into the glute. Allowing your body to just relax over the top of that leg, creating space. Creating space through gentle movement. Sending your breath into these tight spaces, allowing the body to open. Using the breath as a tool here. Last breath. Go ahead and release your block. Hands to the mat, downward facing dog. High below plank, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Good job, guys. Take a few breaths here. Filling your body with fresh oxygen, releasing on your exhale anything that you've been carrying that you no longer want to hold with you throughout the day. One more breath fully in and exhale. Lift your right leg to the sky for three-legged dog. Bend your knee and stack your hips. Feels really good here. Now we're going to take our right knee to our right wrist or half pigeon. Now adjust your body here. This may feel good here. You might need a block under your hip if your hips are really tight. You're going to know what your body needs best. So listen to your body. Use the props as needed. A pillow will work here as well. If you don't need the block here, go ahead and release that. Come down. You might stay right here. But if your practice allows, go ahead and fold forward and allow your body to melt into the mat while opening through the hip joints. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Breathing into those tight spaces. Sending our breath as a tool. Hi, Bella. Hi. Lay down for me. Go lay down. Thank you. Good girl. Last breath here. And exhale. Go ahead and come on up. I want you to swing that left leg around to the front. We're going to take our single leg forward fold. Arms come up on an inhale. And exhale, fold forward over that foot, over that leg. Your hands can either come to the bottom of your foot, your ankle, your lower calf. Wherever you are is perfect. Wherever you are is okay. Find what feels right for your body in this moment. Last breath here. And exhale. We're going to bring it to the other side. Right leg extends. Left sole of your foot comes to that inner thigh. Say hi to Bella. Breathe, come up on an inhale. Arms come up. And exhale. We're going to fold over this right leg. You might notice that one side feels a little different than the other. One side is tighter or one side has more flexibility. Just be mindful of that. Trust your body. We'll take another breath in. And exhale. Go ahead and bring both feet out in front. We're going to take our reverse tabletop. Hands come behind you. Point your feet and press your hips up towards the ceiling, creating a straight line from your shoulders down to your feet. One more breath. And release. We're going to come all the way down to our back. Bring our knees in. Bring some gentle movement, rocking back and forth with our hips. From here, we'll take our happy baby, grabbing both feet by the outsides, pressing our feet down, allowing our hips to open, really letting gravity do all the work here. Nothing that we need to do, nothing to fix or change, just becoming aware of what is. What is your body saying to you today? What are your hips saying? Maybe this is the first time that you've stretched in a while, the first time that you've given some love back to your body. That's okay. Maybe you have a consistent practice and this feels really wonderful to you. Again, just noticing what is here for you in this moment. One more breath. And exhale. From here, we're going to bring our knees out to our feet to the floor, sorry. Bring our right ankle to our left knee. Thread our hands through and grab the left quad muscle, the left hamstring from behind, and just pull this in. This is called recline pigeon. It's really beautiful medicine for these hips. Just creating some space. You can find some movement here or just find stillness. Come back to your breath. Bring your attention back to your body. Where are you feeling tension or stress? And wherever that is, see if you can send your breath into that spot. Imagine your inhale is creating space in the muscle tissue and the muscle fibers. And your exhale is just releasing everything that's not doing anything for you anymore. Releasing anything that's not serving you. When you're ready, we're going to switch sides. Bringing our feet down again. Left ankle to our right knee. Thread your hands through and grab that right hamstring. Pulling that knee closer to your chest. Noticing where you feel resistance and playing with that boundary. It doesn't have to hurt. It can feel really good. So finding where does it feel really good. Yoga does not have to be a painful practice. It can be this really beautiful medicine. If we listen to our body, we don't force, but we allow our body to inform us of where we need to go next, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, How can I make this feel a little bit better? Take another breath in and exhale. Go ahead and release, feet back to the mat. Go ahead and send your left leg out long. We're going to bring that right knee in for our supine twist on the right. Cross that right knee over the body. Opening that left arm straight out. You can use a block under your knee here to support if your hips are very tight. You know what's best for your body here. Just allow your body to relax into this posture. Allow the hips to open and create space. Go ahead and come back to center. Send that right leg out long. Bring your left knee into your chest and cross it over for your supine twist on the left. Looking out over your left shoulder, allowing the body to open. Consciously bringing your breath into your tight spaces. Allowing your body to open and release. Go ahead and come back to center. Just take a moment here. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. We are so close. We're almost finished to the end of our practice. You've done amazing so far. You've been showing up here on your mat to bring some balance back to your body. We're going to take our reclined butterfly posture, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. Send your knees out wide. You can place a block underneath each thigh bone if this is too much for you. If these hips are really tight, definitely want to put some support under here. That way your body can relax and release. Take a few breaths, center your body. Notice a difference from when you first started this practice to where we're at now. Notice how your body feels. We'll take one more breath. And together we'll end in Shavasana, our last pose, our corpse pose. Send your legs out long, hands by your sides, palms facing up. Allow your feet to open, allow your knees to relax. Allow your hips to relax. Allow your shoulders and neck to relax. Notice the surface beneath you, your connection to the earth and the ground. Notice the support that you have, the support of spirit, the support of the earth. Notice the magic in your breath, the way you just automatically breathe in and out every day without thought. The breath of life flowing through your body, through every cell, through every tissue, through every muscle, joint, organ. Notice the beating of your heart. The heart that pumps every day for us. We'll take one more deep breath in. And exhale. You're welcome to stay here in this space, receiving the medicine of this stillness. Or if you're ready to end your practice, go ahead and meet me in a seated position on your mat. We're going to take one last inhale together. Arms come up to the sky. Hands meet at our heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today for Hips Vitality. I'm so grateful for you and for this practice of yoga, and I'm so happy to share it with you. Together we bow and say namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.